Learn something new. I'm not talking about passively scrolling through social media or watching random videos. I'm talking about intentional, focused learning that expands your mind and challenges your assumptions. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And just like a muscle, it needs variety to grow. By exposing yourself to new ideas and information, you're creating new neural pathways. You're literally rewiring your brain for growth and innovation. But here's the catch about accumulating information. It's about integrating that information into your existing knowledge base and using it to create new connections and insights. This is where the magic happens. So how do you do this? Start by choosing a topic that genuinely interests you. It could be related to your career goals, a personal passion, or something completely new that you've always wanted to explore. The important thing is that it excites you and makes you want to learn more. Now, set aside at least 30 minutes for focused study. This might mean reading a book, watching an educational video, or listening to a podcast. But don't just passively consume the information. Engage with it actively. Take notes. Ask questions. Look for connections to things you already know. As you're learning, pay attention to your emotional state. Notice how you feel when you encounter a new idea or understanding. Does it excite you, challenge you, make you curious to learn more? These emotional responses are important. They're signals from your subconscious mind, telling you what resonates with your deepest self. Here's a powerful technique to make your learning even more effective. After you've studied for a while, take a few minutes to teach what you've learned to an imaginary student. Explain the concepts in your own words as if you're trying to help someone else understand them. This process, known as the Feynman technique, not only helps solidify your understanding, but also highlights any areas where your knowledge might be fuzzy. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. As you're learning and processing this new information, start to think about how it relates to your goals and desires. How can you apply this knowledge to move closer to your ideal life? What new possibilities does this open up for you? For example, let's say you're learning about neuroscience and you come across the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt throughout life. How might this knowledge change the way you think about your own potential for growth and change? How could you apply this understanding to break old habits or develop new skills? Or maybe you're studying quantum physics and you learn about the observer effect, the idea that the act of observation affects the phenomenon being observed. How might this change your understanding of reality and your role in creating it? How could you use this knowledge to become more intentional about what you focus on in your life? The point is to make your learning active and personal. Don't just accumulate information. Use it to transform your understanding of yourself and the world around you. And here's another benefit of this early morning learning. It sets a tone of growth and curiosity for the rest of your day. Instead of starting your day reactively, checking emails, responding to messages, putting out fires, you're starting proactively. You're feeding your mind with new ideas and possibilities. This can have a profound effect on your mood, your energy levels, and your overall outlook on life. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I'm not a morning person. I can't focus that early, and that's okay. Remember, we're talking about the hours between 3 and 5 a.m. This isn't about forcing yourself to wake up at the crack of dawn if that's not natural for you. It's about making the most of those times when you naturally wake up in the early hours. And here's the thing, your brain is actually primed for learning during these hours. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for higher order thinking and decision making, is most active in the morning. By engaging in focused learning during these hours, you're taking advantage of your brain's natural rhythms. Plus, there's something special about learning in the quiet of the early morning. The world is still asleep. There are no distractions, no demands on your time and attention. It's just you and the knowledge you're exploring. This creates a unique opportunity for deep focus and insight. So that's the third thing you should do when you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. Learn something new, engage your mind, expand your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Do this consistently and watch how it transforms not just your knowledge base, but your entire perspective on life. Now let's bring it all together. Imagine starting your day like this. You wake up naturally between 3 and 5 a.m. Instead of rolling over and going back to sleep, you get up. You sit quietly and meditate, connecting with your heart and visualizing your ideal future. You move your body mindfully, awakening your energy and embodying your intentions. Then you spend some time learning, expanding your mind and making new connections. By the time the rest of the world is waking up, you've already done 3 powerful things to transform your life. You've aligned your energy, activated your body, and expanded your mind, you're not starting your day in reaction mode, you're starting it in creation mode. And here's the beautiful thing. These three practices reinforce and amplify each other. The meditation helps you focus during your learning time. The movement energizes your body and clears your mind for meditation. The learning gives you new ideas to visualize and new ways to understand your experiences. Together, these practices create a positive feedback loop. Each day, you're becoming more aware, more energized, more knowledgeable. You're literally rewiring your brain and rewriting your energy field. And as you change on the inside, your external reality begins to shift to match. You might start noticing synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem to guide you towards your goals. You might find yourself having breakthrough ideas or insights. You might attract people and opportunities that align with your new energy and intentions. But here's the key: to be consistent. This isn't about doing these things once or twice and expecting miracles. It's about making them a daily practice. It's about showing up for yourself day after day, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Transformation isn't always comfortable. Growth often requires us to step out of our comfort zones. There will be days when you'd rather stay in bed, days when meditation feels difficult, when movement feels like a chore, when learning seems overwhelming. But those are the days when these practices are most important. Those are the days when you have the opportunity to break through old patterns and create new ones. Those are the days when you prove to yourself that you're committed to your growth and transformation. And let me tell you, the rewards are worth it. When you consistently align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires, amazing things start to happen. You begin to live in a state of flow where opportunities seem to arise effortlessly. You become more resilient, able to navigate challenges with grace and ease. You experience more joy, more love, more fulfillment. But don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. The next time you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m., instead of going back to sleep, give these three practices a try. Meditate, move, learn, do this for a week, for a month, for a year. See how it changes you. See how it changes your life. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take is shaping your future. By consciously directing your energy and attention during these early morning hours, you're taking control of that creative power. You're no longer at the mercy of your circumstances or your past conditioning. You are actively shaping your destiny. By waking up early and engaging in these practices, you're joining a community of high achievers throughout history. Many of the world's most successful and influential people, from artists to entrepreneurs to world leaders, have been early risers. They understand the power of those quiet morning hours. But this isn't about following someone else's routine. It's about creating a practice that works for you, that resonates with your unique energy and goals. The specific details might look different for each person. Maybe you meditate for 10 minutes, or maybe for an hour. Maybe your movement practices yoga, or maybe it's dancing around your living room. Maybe you learn by reading books, or maybe by watching educational videos. The important thing is that you're showing up for yourself. You're making a commitment to your growth and transformation. You're saying to the universe, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to become the best version of myself. Now, let's talk about what might happen as you start this practice. At first, it might feel challenging. Your body and mind might resist the change. That's normal. Anytime we try to create a new habit, we encounter resistance. It's your brain's way of trying to conserve energy by sticking to familiar patterns. If you can push through that initial resistance, something amazing happens, your body and mind start to adapt. You might find yourself naturally waking up during those early hours, feeling refreshed and energized. You might start looking forward to your morning routine, craving that time of peace and focus. And the benefits extend far beyond those early morning hours. You might notice that you have more energy throughout the day, that you're more focused and productive, that you're better able to handle stress and challenges. You might find yourself making healthier choices without even trying, eating better, moving more, connecting more deeply with the people around you. Why? Because when you start your day by honoring yourself, by aligning your energy, moving your body, and feeding your mind, you naturally want to continue that self-care throughout the day. And here's something really exciting. As you continue this practice, you might start to experience what I call supernatural abilities. No, I'm not talking about flying or reading minds. I'm talking about abilities that feel supernatural because they're so far beyond what you're used to.